to another exciting edition of the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast. I am your MC, Davo. With me today, we have Kells.
Hello there.
We have Andy.
Hello, Ladle Brainers.
We have the Sensei Neil.
Hey, everybody.
And we have the Sifu, Barry.
Greetings from the cold tundra of Minnesota.
Hello, Barry.
Wait, you're in Minnesota?
Yeah, you probably never knew that, but, you know.
You're from Minnesota?
Yeah, and I'll even give you a heads up. I don't even think there's a Minnesota connection to one question tonight.
Wow,
no.
All right.
There's a Minnesota connection to 4 questions.
The old switcheroo.
Well, it is kind of tricksy because tonight's game is a mystery theme.
Mystery.
Now, the clues to this mystery theme are not from the categories, because sometimes that's the case, but they're either from the questions or the answers. Now, some of the connections to the theme are a little bit of a stretch, mostly done to frustrate Andy, but all the clues have a tie to that theme.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I already lost.
So if the first person to direct message me on Discord will get 10 points if they identify the correct theme. Second will get a 5-point bonus. And third is you get Bubka. And remember, as always, you get one guess. Now, the rules of the game, as always, there's 6 categories. Each category has 4 questions, along with some bonuses, easy modes, and even some very easy modes. And for new listeners, namesake berry modes are one that make perfect sense to me, but they elude the Brain Ladle Trivia Trust. So, and after the regular round,
They elude,
most people. All right.
they elude
Okay.
the people that walk upright that use brains.
Whoa.
He's
Well,
getting
Andy
feisty.
starts off with negative 10.
Wow.
But so after the regular round, there's a sudden death. And if you miss one of those sudden death questions, you're finished. And you will be exiled to the island of shame, where you will be forever governed by the Lord Protectorate of Shame, Neil the Sensei.
Yeah,
Wow.
actually, I have a
There.
vacation home there. It's not really. Actually, I spent
at
a
least
lot
a
of
week.
time there.
Timeshare? You got a timeshare
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
After listening to the last couple of episodes, there was a lot of shame nuggets to go around. So,
Yeah, to be sure.
well, if you guys are ready, let's start the mystery theme. Are you ready?
All right,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm ready.
let's do it.
Because the last time I asked that question, I didn't even wait for you guys to answer. I just started right in, but I figured it. All right. Well, the mystery theme, we're going to start with the category of science. As
yeah.
always.
Great.
He was born 7 years to the day after Elvis. And in 1979, he was appointed to the Lucasian Professorship of Mathematics, a post once held by Isaac Newton. In 2009, he was presented the U.S. Presidential Medal of Freedom. Name him. And I do have an easy mode for half credit if you would like.
Oh, I'm in. I'm locked in.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
Easy mode for me.
I'm locked in.
Okay. All right. So we got 3 locks in. He was also famous as a nonfiction author, and due to his fame and knowledge, he appeared several times as a guest via Skype on a hit American TV show. Name him.
Okay. All right, I'm locked in.
All right. Let's start first with Andy.
Well, he also appeared on the holodeck, Stephen Hawking's.
Okay. And Davo.
Hold on a minute. Did you
Yep.
poo-poo the answer
He said
right
it.
quick?
He did.
Who said
You heard
Who did?
I laughed.
Wait,
I need to know.
what did I say wrong?
The name. You said the name wrong, but keep going, please.
Stephen Hawking.
What did I say?
You put an S on it.
Oh, well,
It's
it's more of like the royal
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Andy.
And let's go to the sensei. What did he say?
He said Hawking.
And Kels, what'd you say?
Stephen Hawking.
Andy, only because it's kind of coming up on Christmas, I'm going to be benevolent and give you credit. It is Stephen Hawking, not with an S.
Not with an S. Interesting.
No, yeah. So question number 2 in science. He is a professional fellow of computer science at the University of Oxford, as well as a professor at MIT. He proposed an information management system in 1989 and implemented the first communication between hypertext transfer protocol and a server via the internet. He is currently the director of the World Wide Web Consortium. Name him.
Then he's in the Pentaveret.
Oh, I think it's Tycho Brahe.
Damn it.
You got 5 choices. It can't be the queen because she's tits up.
Oh, that ought to go over well with any British listeners that we have.
Oh, we lost the British listeners with my Queen impression years ago.
We lost it the second you said. We lost them the second you said, we won a war, so I don't have to care about this crap.
It's a legitimate response.
That was early in the game, too.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right, let's start with Davo.
Well, it can't be the Gettys or the Rothschilds. It can't be the Vatican, so that just leaves Colonel Sanders.
Okay. Neil?
He was working at CERN at the time, I believe, is Sir Berners-Lee, Sir Tim Berners-Lee.
And Kels?
I said Wozniak.
And Andy?
I believe it is the Count of Chocula.
It is neither the Count nor is it the Colonel. It is Tim Berners-Lee. That is correct.
Never heard of him.
It's kind of weird that Neil knew that, given his expertise in all things computers. That's nuts.
Crazy.
Well, that's true. Question number 3. From an observatory he constructed in 1676, this scientist cataloged the southern celestial hemisphere and recorded the transit of Mercury across the sun. He then later theorized an astronomical phenomenon for which was named after him. The phenomenon was proved correct in 1758, 16 years after his death. Name the scientist.
I feel like this could go several different ways.
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
Phenomena.
It could go Neil's way.
Yeah, it's pretty sure it's going Neil's way.
I have an easy mode and it might border on a very easy mode. We'll have to see.
I'll take the easy mode.
Oh, going to that side of town already.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm going to lock in with my answer.
I'm locked in.
Okay. The easy mode is Mark Twain's birth and death coincided with this discovery.
Oh, okay. Locked in.
Now, that was a real easy mode, wasn't it?
I thought it
even
was.
a very easy. All right. So let's start off first with Kels.
I said Haley.
And Andy.
Haley.
And Neil.
Edmund Halley.
And Davo.
I said Copernicus.
The correct answer, Edmund Halley, or Halley, as in Halley's Comet. So, and it's every 76 years, and it coincided with Mark Twain's birth and his death.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
And Twain even commented on it, right? Too. One of the last things he said was, I came in with Haley's Comet. and something along the lines, I might as well go out with Halley's Comet, or I think I'll go out with Halley's Comet, or something.
That is correct, actually.
That's
You're
nice.
correct. Question 4 in the science category. In the West, he is often referred to as the father of immunology, and his work is said to have saved more lives than the work of any other human.
Locked in.
I always get them mixed up.
I know.
I'm going
I
with
think
my
we
gut.
got the same two people.
Yeah, we have the same two. I'm just going to go with the one that popped in my head first.
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
Okay, I'm locked in.
All right, let's start with Neil.
I think it was probably Jenner.
Okay. Andy, what'd you say?
Salk.
And Kels?
So I went with Jenner, but I have Louis Pasteur in parentheses.
Look at the big brains.
Yeah.
And Davo, what did you say?
Not the big brains answer. I said
No.
sulk.
All right, Davo.
Woo!
Well, you two can sulk, but that's not correct.
I see what you did there.
Look at that, mocking our pain.
The correct answer, Edward Jenner. And this is not for any bonus points, but you know what the first vaccine he created?
Smallpox or cowpox?
It was cowpox, and which ultimately became smallpox vaccine. And the word vaccine comes from, I believe it's Latin for cow. So big trivia nugget. So Neil, what do we have for score after the first 4 science questions?
Well, I've got Davo with 10 points.
Yay! I'm on the board.
Andy has 15. Kels has 25, and I have 40.
40. Imagine that. All right.
Deja vu.
Well, yeah, really. Let's go to entertainment category. Question 1. That's not a knife. Name the actor who uttered this famous movie line. I don't want his name in the movie. I want the actor's name.
Locked in.
I know
Locked
his
in.
first name. Give me a second.
You don't need his first name. You need his last name.
I know.
Because you could get it wrong.
I don't know. Given the
I'm locked in.
decade, it could be one or two people.
I'm locked in.
All right. Then let's start with Andy. What'd you say?
Crocodile Dundee. I know.
Okay.
The defeated I know is just,
Yeah,
it's just paramount.
Yeah, I love that.
That's all I got.
I'm sure Shane Nugget will come out here somewhere. Davo, what'd you say?
Hogan.
Right.
Neil
Hogan.
and Kels.
Paul Hogan.
It was Paul Hogan and not Hulk Hogan. That is correct. Paul Hogan.
I had the Paul and I couldn't come up with anything.
Let me show you something, brother.
I'm not sure who that was, but okay, never mind.
I think it was supposed to be Hulk Hogan, but it didn't really
No,
say
I was just I was just saying a line from. I wasn't trying to do an impression. You guys give me enough grief about whatever impression I do. I'm defeated.
Whoa. Your Nixon
Hey,
impression is spot on.
That's right.
You're just saying that to make me feel better.
I'm not just saying that. And your ability to sing along to "You Got the Touch"
I know it.
is just, it gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this talk from you again. You're special.
Haru.
There you go. That's my boy.
Well, Mr. Special, let's go to question 2 in entertainment. This 2006 historical drama film, directed by Kevin McDonald, was based on a Giles Foden 1998 novel. It starred James McAvoy, Gillian Anderson, as well as the actor who won the Best Performance of an Actor in a Leading Role in 2006. Name the movie. And I
Locked
do
in.
have an easy mode.
Locked in.
Oh, I am bombing tonight so badly. Oh, there it is.
I didn't know Gillian Anderson was in this movie.
Neither did
That's
I.
what was throwing me off. I can't.
I need to go back
Scully,
and watch
what
this
is
movie. I
Scully
guess.
doing in that movie?
Right. I was trying to think of some romantic movie or something. Like, oh, no, I'm on the wrong track.
All right. If everybody's locked in, let's
Yeah.
start with Neil.
I put down The Last King of Scotland. I don't know if that's right.
Okay.
But I
And
have a
Andy?
perfect game going so far, so it's probably right. Last King of Scotland.
And Davo.
Last King of Scotland.
And Kels, what'd you say?
Forrest Whitaker won Best Actor in The Last King of Scotland.
And that was the easy mode. And you are correct. It is The Last King of Scotland. Very good. Question 3 is going to be a 15-pointer. And then it's going to go to 10. And then it's going to go to 5. So you
Okay.
tell me when you lock in. Okay? This actress began her rise to stardom, starting as Princess Nilüfer in the Land of the Pharaohs, the latter garnering almost a cult-like following. In 1956, she starred in the movie Opposite Sex, and in 62, The Road to Hong Kong, and in 67, Warning Shot. Her star started to fade, and then she starred in the crypts of Tales of the Crypt, The Stud, and the Bitch. Her star
What?
shined bright again from 81 to 89. I know, good title roles. Okay. Her star shined again from 81 to 89. Her role on TV made her an international star. That's 15 points.
I'm out.
All right. Anybody
I
locked
got-
in at 15?
No, gosh, I got nothing.
Okay.
No.
Here we go for 10-pointer.
Wait,
Kels, are you in
hold
for
on,
15?
No, I'm gonna go 10. I'm gonna go 10.
Okay. She was part of the supporting cast in the Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas. The Old Broads in 2001, along with Elizabeth Taylor, Debbie Reynolds, and Shirley MacLaine. She made her comeback to mainstream television as well in 2010, taking on main roles in Happily Divorced.
I'm locked in.
Still have no idea what we're talking about. This is why I eat my sadness.
I'm joining Andy. Kels, I'm trying.
It was Andy, man. It's Andy's fault. I still have no idea what's going on.
I'm going to go for 5 points.
Oh, me too.
Me too.
Okay. The TV show that she rose to stardom for from 81 to 89 was the soap opera Dynasty.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll lock in.
Locked in.
This is fantastic. I'm locked in.
Well, let's go to Davo because that was epic.
What? Joan Collins.
And Andy,
Joan Collins.
Neil,
Collins.
and Kels.
Joan Collins.
It is Joan Collins. That is correct. She played Alexis Colby on Dynasty. Now, that was an easy mode if you ever heard it, right? The Dynasty one. All right.
Yeah,
So
sure.
we got Kels for 10 and everybody else for 5, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the last one in entertainment is this musical artist holds the record for the fastest time for an album to go platinum, which in 2016 was her 8th album, which broke the record because Samsung bought 1 million copies to give away to fans.
Oh.
This musical artist's record includes the youngest solo artist to have 14 number one singles, and also the fastest time to get to 14 number one singles, the third most number one singles, and one of the only 3 artists to chalk up more than 1,000 weeks on the Billboard 100 Hot 100. Name this musical artist.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Andy, it's Cher.
Yeah, well, are they all locked in?
I am now locked in. Go ahead, buddy.
All right, I need to talk this out. So, did you say she was young as well?
I did, in that she was the youngest solo artist to have 14 number one singles.
That was a big year for Beyonce. That was a big year for Adele. But they wouldn't have been that young.
And Cher would have been like 90 in 2016.
Yeah.
Do you believe in life after love?
Andy, are you locked in?
I'm still hoping something more than Adele comes to mind. And I'm going, no.
Hello?
I'm going with Adele.
Think it through,
Locked
man.
in.
Think it through.
All right, he locked in. Well, we know Andy's answer was Adele. Neil, what did you say?
I didn't think Adele had put out that many albums, so I went with Taylor Swift.
All right. And Dave, what'd you say?
Well, I have a little post-it on my desk that says, when in doubt, Rihanna, Sojourner Truth, and 42. And I know it's not Sojourner Truth, so I went with Rihanna.
All right. And
No, that's
Kels,
not
what
bad.
did you say?
That's good.
I said Taylor Swift as well.
The correct answer was Rihanna.
Oh,
What a doubt!
wow.
I actually put an X on my paper because I was so sure that Kels was right.
When I started researching and I came across that, I thought, oh, this is going to be great because maybe Dave will get it wrong and say, I knew I should have written Rihanna. That is correct. It is
Thank
Rihanna.
you, Emily, for my
Good job,
reminder
Dave.
post-it that Rihanna exists.
So, Neil, after the second round, what do we have for a score?
We have Andy with 30. Davo has 45. Kel's 55, and I've got 65.
Oh, look at that. Well, Andy, it's your moment to shine because we're going to history.
Oh,
All right.
I like history.
Yeah. So
All right,
theoretically, so does Davo. But
Theoretically.
all
Wow.
right. Question number 1 in the history category. Built by Sostres of Sinus or whatever it is, this wonder of the ancient world was finished about 280 BC, but doesn't appear on any list of wonders until the 6th century. It was still standing in the 12th century, but thereafter was ruined by several earthquakes. A fort was built from its ruins in 1477. Name this wonder of the ancient world.
I'm
I'm locked in.
locked in.
I'm locked in. It's torn between 2 wonders.
I'm locked in.
I was too.
I feel like it can be like 3. Easy.
Well, let's go to Kels.
I said the Pharaoh's Lighthouse of Alexandria.
All right. Neil, what did you say?
I said Colossus of Rhodes, but I don't think that's right.
Oh, that was
And
one of the.
Davo?
I was torn between the Colossus and the Lighthouse. I went with the Lighthouse of Alexandria.
And Andy, what did you say?
Yeah, I too was thinking first the Colossus, but I kept coming back to building the fort. And it occurred to me that would be more logical with the lighthouse in Alexandria, though I didn't know it was called the Pharaoh's Lighthouse, I guess.
Well,
Probably pronounced it
the
wrong.
correct answer is it is the second tallest of the wonders, and it is the lighthouse at Alexandria.
Woot.
Very, very good. So you
So
guys pulled it
who
off?
got that one?
All except for you, I believe. So that was sort of a mini Neil Shame Nugget. Holy cow. Question.
Yeah, let's not anger the beast.
Don't-
Yeah, we
No,
have
I
to.
know.
We have to do more
No.
shows with him. You get to go back to Minnesota, and you're good.
Yeah, more
We-
shows. Damn, it's
we
this
got
one
more
I'm worried
shows.
about.
All right. Question 2 in the history category. And I have a couple of bonuses to add to it. But first, let's start with the question. The Suez Canal connects what two bodies of water?
Oh crap!
Locked in.
Locked
I
in.
always get this screwed up. I'm locked in.
Locked in.
All right. I will give you a second to think about the 2 bonus questions for 5 points each.
Oh.
Within 20 miles, how long is it, the Suez Canal? And within 4 years, what year was it completed?
Oh my goodness.
It looks really small on the globe.
It really does. It's like half an inch.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to imagine is what it looks like on my maps in my classroom.
Yeah.
What the scale is. All right, I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Round numbers. I'm locked in.
All right. Davo, what'd you say for the 2 bodies of water?
The red and the med.
The red and the
I wrote
med.
the same thing. Sorry.
Did you actually say red and med?
I did.
Med and bread.
Okay.
How long and what year?
100 miles, 1930. Round
All right.
numbers.
And Neil, what'd you say?
I actually said the Red Sea and the Mediterranean. And then I guess 50 miles. And I think it was a bit earlier. I'm guessing 1870.
Okay. Andy, what'd you say?
I know, well, it's the Mediterranean and the red, is what I wrote down. I know the Suez Canal was built around the time of the American Civil War. So I have 1865. And I went with 75 miles long, which is a total guess.
Okay. Kels, you said the med and the red. How long and what year?
Said 90 miles in 1890.
Okay. The correct answer is the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea. And Davo, you almost didn't get it, so I will give it to you. It is 120.11 miles.
Wow.
You said 100 miles. I will give you the point 11.
Yes.
And it was completed in 1869. So
Wow.
correct for Andy, and who else said
And
eight?
I said
Neil
1870.
70. Yeah.
1870. It was 1869. Very
Okay.
good.
So how
So we
how
got
is
some
that
bonus
scored?
points going out there.
Are those each 5-point bonuses?
They are indeed 5 points.
So 15 for Davo, 15 for Andy, and 15 for me.
Correct.
What?
Yep. Question 3 in the history category is from its inception in 1888 until the start of the 21st century, this company controlled 80% of the rough diamond distribution and, of course, was considered a monopoly.
Locked in.
Name this company.
Locked in.
Diamonds are forever.
Locked in.
All right.
I'm still thinking. I just don't want to sound stupid.
Welcome to Hell, Blofeld.
I am locked in.
All right. Andy, Mr. Diamonds Are Forever, what'd you say?
De Beers.
And Kels?
De Beers.
And Neil?
De Beers.
And Davo there. What'd you say there?
Well, you think diamonds, you think the beers.
That's you do think the Bears.
You think
Not
the
the
beers.
Bears, but the Bears.
Not the bears. The bears are just sadness. The beers, they're the diamonds.
Got it. All right. Well, let's go to question 4 in history. Explorer Edmund Hillary of course, was the first, along with Tenzing Norgay, to climb Mount Everest.
Well, I'm crossing
He
up
served
Mount
as his
Everest.
country's High Commissioner to India and Bangladesh, while concurrently their ambassador to Nepal. What country did he represent where he was both born and died?
Locked in.
Bangladesh. Gotta love that Bangladesh.
I'm locked in.
Lots of people, tiny size. Rains a lot. Watch your eyes. Look out. Here comes
Bangladesh. Oh, man. Record it, sell it to the masses. Let's go.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in as well.
Rains a lot.
That's the part where I lost it.
Look out.
David, you never seem to miss the beat there.
Yeah,
I'm with it, man.
Mr. Sporkle, are you locked in?
which one? Me?
That's
or
you,
Neil?
Kelsey.
Me?
I think you said it right.
You're
I'm locked
Mr.
in.
Sporkle.
I'm a
Neil
piker
is Sir
compared to.
Sporkle of Missouri.
Sir Sporkle lot.
Mr. Sporkle, what'd you say?
I think it's New Zealand.
All right. And Neil, what did you say?
I think he was a Kiwi.
And Andy?
England.
And Davo.
I said Australia, but I knew it was one of the two.
It is, in fact, New Zealand. He was born and died in New Zealand. So after 3 categories, what is the score, Neil?
The scores are Andy with 65 points, Davo with 80, Kells 95, and I have 100.
You have hit the
Yeah.
Allison line. Hooray!
Hooray!
Do any of you guys know where Old Zealand is?
The Netherlands?
Crunchberry Island.
It's an island in Denmark.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
okay.
You were close.
I didn't know that. I knew. Hey, I was real close, dude.
Well, that's a good trivia.
This was a
nugget.
trivia contest. I might have gotten credit for being within like 10 miles or some shit.
Not in my game.
No, you're a hard ass.
He's been angered.
Well, nobody at this point has linked together all of these questions and answers to come up with a theme.
No.
I'm not sure you have, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have.
I'll be honest, I kind of gave up.
I'm waiting for that inspiration.
All right. Let's go to Mr. Sporkle's category of geography.
Geography.
Oh, don't do that.
I won't.
One
Sorry.
of the
Wow.
most remote islands in the world was uninhabited until discovered by the Portuguese in 1502. For centuries, it was one of the most important stopovers for ships sailing to Europe from Asia and South Africa. Its name has connections to the Byzantine Empire. It is only 5 by 10 miles wide, and you probably don't want to be sent there. Name this island.
Oh. Locked in.
I have an easy mode, if you wish.
Oh, crap.
Easy
I didn't know
mode for
you
me.
can
Unlock.
unlock if you want.
Thank you.
I
Yeah,
want
I'd like
easy
to
mode.
unlock. I
Yeah.
am wanting easy mode as well.
All right.
I think you put a clue in there, and I'm gonna guess. So I'm locked in.
I figured somebody would pick it up.
Easy mode.
It's Rectangle Island. You know it is.
It is most associated with Napoleon.
Oh,
Of course.
fiddle faddle.
Oh.
Locked
Locked
in.
in. I was going to
Yeah,
go
I'm
with
locked in.
Skull Island before the easy mode.
Island of misfit toys.
There you go.
Well, let's go to Mr. Skull Island. What'd you say?
St. Helena.
And Andy Davo, what'd you say?
Elba.
And Neil
I said St. Helena.
and
Balls.
Kells.
St. Helena.
Baby, I want to be
You probably gathered, Davo,
Yeah, got it.
it is St. Helena. That is correct, St. Helena.
Luckily, we're talking about Napoleon right now in world history, so.
Oh. So that was the clue, by the way. You don't want to be sent there because that was where Napoleon was exiled, his second exile. Question 2, geography. This volcanic archipelago consists of 3 reef islands and 6 atolls. It was formerly the Ellice Islands, ELLICE. On September 2000, it became the 189th member of the UN, and a large portion of its government revenue comes from a lease regarding the internet. Name this country.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Really?
Oh,
I'm going to say it wrong. I'm going to Andy this pronunciation all up.
My God. You know what? It's not a party unless Ray Guy's invited. I'm bringing
Heck
out
no.
special teams for this one.
Yeah.
All right. In honor of Ray, let's start with Andy.
Now Ray Guy comes in for his first punt of the day. Kick is away. There's a high twisting hang time spiral.
Dave will mispronounce it for us.
Tuvalo.
oh my goodness. You weren't lying.
Nope.
And
I know it's
Chelsea,
twitch.tv and I know it's Tuva something, but all right, I'll just take my no points and like it.
Chelsea,
Damn
what
it.
did you say?
Every time I see this country, I think about Come On Eileen. Yeah, Tuvalu.
Tuva. Okay, I'm in now.
And Neil, what did you say?
I said Tuvalu.
It is Tuvalu. That is correct. Tuvalu. Very
It's
good.
pretty cool that they can make so much money by selling their top level domain name.
Oh, it's
.tv.
incredible.
It's fantastic.
I think it's great. Yes.
Did I get points for my utter mispronunciation, or am I in the corner shamed?
No, we'll call those mercy points.
Thank
It's
you.
holiday kind of. We'll give it to you. You knew what it was.
That's your
I did.
Hawkins.
We get one. We each get one.
That's right. Question 3 in geography. This large city's name in the Cantonese language is translated to Fragrant Harbor. Name this city.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
All right. Well, let's start first with Kels.
I said Hong Kong.
Andy
Hong Kong.
and Davo
Hong Kong.
and Neil.
I said Hong Kong.
It is Hong Kong.
I have a trivia nugget about that Fragrant Harbor.
Okay.
So for The Dark Knight, they have a big set piece in Hong Kong where he goes and gets Lau he goes and grabs Lau. And one of the stunts they wanted to do was Christian Bale diving into the harbor, Hong Kong harbor, splashing in there and swimming away and stuff. And they were told they couldn't because the water was too toxic and it might kill him.
Yeah,
Really?
it is pretty toxic. It's
Just
a
because
beautiful
of
city. I mean,
all the perfume in it was too much.
It's very fragrant with
Mostly high
chrysanthemum.
karate.
It's all that high karate in the Hong
It's
Kong
mostly high karate.
All right. Question 4 in geography in this mystery theme. This Pacific Island inhabitants are biracial ethnic group descended mostly from the 9 Bounty mutineers and a handful of Tahitian consorts. All right. The mutiny and aftermath has a subject of many books. And in 2020, the territory had only 47 inhabitants. Name this island.
Locked in.
Yeah, shoot. Can I get bonus points for knowing who Fletcher Christian is?
Mr. Christian. I know they're from Bugs Bunny cartoons.
Me too.
So apparently not.
Yeah, I'm gonna punt.
I'm gonna name a Pacific Island.
I'm going with the island I want it to be.
Gravy? It is not the island of Gravy.
Crunchberry
Doesn't
Island.
come from an island.
Oh, Crunchberry. There you go. Well, let's start with Davo.
Now Ray Guy comes in for his first punt of the day. Kick is away. There's a high, twisting, hang time spiral.
Andy, what do you hope that island is?
Crunchberry Island.
Of course.
Okay. And Neil
It's Pitcairn Island.
and Dave and Kels.
I said Vanuatu.
It is the Pitcairn Islands.
I think you
Very
made something
good.
up, Kells. What the heck is that?
The mutiny
Yeah.
on the Bounty.
Vanuatu?
That is where they mutinied and obviously settled. Neil, what do we have for a score?
I've got
Ooh.
100. I've been doing math.
Andy's got 80, Davo 100, Kells 120, and I've got 140.
I was
And
fine
still-
with not connecting my name to the score.
It's anybody's game.
It's anybody's game if Neil takes a category off.
Andy just needs a 60-point comeback. He's right
Oh,
there.
I
on the
got
back.
it in me.
He's been here for years.
Years.
Feels that way, doesn't it?
And nobody has connected all of these categories of questions.
Well, golly gee, Barry, Pitcairn Island, New Zealand, and Rihanna are just like hand
Yeah.
in glove.
I knew it would be
Alright.
difficult, but you guys are reasonably intelligent.
No,
Reasonably.
no, do not
Speak
listen
for
to the
yourself.
show. We really aren't. We have proved
Well,
that every
let's
week
see.
consistently and twice on Tuesdays for Patreons.
let's see if we can go to sports and help you connect. Okay?
Now I'm doomed.
Okay.
The World Cup, that's soccer for the Americans and football for the rest of the world, has a large TV audience. What sport has the largest TV viewership for a single game or event?
I'm locked in with my thought on the matter.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right. Let's start with Neil.
I said cricket because I'm not sure I understand the question.
Ooh, that's actually a really good answer.
What did you say, Davo?
I said American football for the Super Bowl.
And Andy, what'd you say?
I was leaning towards dressage, but then I remembered the American football Super Bowl thingy and went with American football.
And Kels, what did you say?
I also said cricket, but I have football. No, the world's football in parentheses. But cricket is my answer.
Well, in 2015, the India versus
Oh, yeah.
Pakistan,
Yeah.
it was cricket. 1.3 billion people for a single
Goodness
event.
gracious.
Huh.
That's
a lot of
A
people.
lot.
So it is cricket.
Good call on the cricket, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I figured it wasn't soccer because he mentioned both soccer and football in the question.
Right.
And so
I thought he was being a little cagey, saying it was not soccer, it was football for the rest. Okay, whatever.
And I just know cricket is big in India, and there's a lot of people in India. Yeah.
There are. And Pakistan. And where was the other place you
And
mentioned? The one with the rain?
Bangladesh.
Oh, Bangladesh.
Heck yeah,
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
And-
Bangladesh.
and Australia, but there's only a handful of people there.
Yeah, just a tiny morsel of people.
Well, I mean, compared to India, it's
Oh God, yes.
basically
Yeah.
empty.
Question 2. In the sports category, having both his feet amputated when he was 11 months old, owing to a congenital defect, he was born with no feet and with bones outside his feet and fibula. He was the 10th athlete to compete in both the Paralympics and the Olympics. At 2011, he was the first amputee to win a non-disabled world track event. And of course, in 2013, the Blade Runner, as he might be known, killed his girlfriend. What was his name?
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right, let's start with Kels.
Oscar Pistorius.
And Davo.
Pistorius.
And Andy.
Oscar Pistorius.
And Neil.
Pistorius.
It is Oscar Pistorius. That is correct. Question 3, and Neil continues his domination. Question 3 in the sports category. The 100 Guinea Cup is one of the oldest trophies awarded for a sporting event. What sporting event?
The 100 Guinea
100
Cup?
Guinea Cup?
100 Guinea Cup.
Locked in?
Locked in.
Locked in. This is not the way I wanted the sports category to go.
No.
Right.
This was my chance to shine.
I'm locked in.
All right, Andy, let's start with you.
The Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest.
Ooh, good guess.
Wow.
It's one of the few
And it-
sports I've been training for.
and the cup is full of ketchup.
They let you dip it in gravy. It
Oh,
lubricates. You could eat
That's
so
gross.
many hot
I'm
dogs.
just gonna throw up. Just
Cut
stop.
his mic. Cut his mic.
just.
All right. So let's go to you threw me there, Neil. Andy. Let's go
Andy.
to Kels.
I said
hold
the
it.
Rugby World Cup.
Ooh.
And Neil, what did you say?
I feel like that was the original name of the America's Cup.
Gosh,
Oh, come on.
You're right.
Come on. I don't want to
What did
say
you-
because I think I said the same thing with the last time we had this damn question. I said steeplechase.
So the Guinea Cup, 100 Guinea Cup, was first awarded in 1851. And it wasn't for the gravy eating contest. It was for yachting. It was the original name of the America's Cup.
Wow.
Well, you know, I always say we're here not only to entertain, but to educate. And Davo, I'm hoping you got educated and never forget this. Because
I'm putting it on my post-it note.
I was going to say,
right
put it
next
on
to
the post-it.
Rihanna. All right.
Yeah.
The cup was made out of like 100 guineas worth of silver, I think.
Oh,
Which was a lot.
Wow.
A lot in the 1850s.
No kidding.
And
Yeah.
Neil is pulling away, but we do have sudden death, remember?
Yeah. where Neil can pull even farther away and the rest of us watch.
Who was the first athlete to run a sub 4-minute mile?
Locked in?
He ran a mile in a sub?
It was hard. He was dragging that thing.
I didn't know they were that big.
4-minute mile.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
Would you know, Andy, who the first athlete to run the sub 4-minute mile was?
Roger Bannister.
And Kels.
Bannister.
And Neil.
Bannister.
And Davo.
Bannister.
Roger Bannister is correct. He later became a physician, and I don't remember exactly what his specialty was. But after 5 categories, Neil, how far in the lead are you?
Wow.
Well, I don't like to put it that way, but the scores
But I'm
are
okay with
Andy
it.
has 100, Davo 120, Kel's 150, and I've got 180.
Well, you're all above the Ellison line.
Yay!
And Rihanna was a sub-military cadet in Barbados when she was like 11 or 12 years old. And apparently
Oh,
someone named
hi, Andy.
Chantel was her drill sergeant.
Wow.
A singer named Chantel.
Yeah. That name sounds familiar.
I almost think Andy should get 5 points for that.
Yes,
There
you're in
you go,
charge.
guys.
No, he should not. No, he should not.
I'm going to award Andy 5 points for that.
Boom!
It had nothing to do with anything. How does he get 5 points?
I believe it does. Oh,
Well, I mean,
believe
she
it
was
does.
an answer like 4 categories ago.
It's all coming together
Which
now.
has nothing
It's all
to do
coming
with
together
now.
now.
It's not like
Yes.
the judges were like,
Yes, I
Andy,
see it now.
she did serve, so you get 5 points. For
Well,
what? He did.
The poor guy is sucking up last place something terrible. I felt sorry for him. So, all right.
All right, I'll go along
Last
with this
kick.
5 points, but if he passes me, hell will break loose.
Okay.
If he passes you, it's because hell froze over.
Man,
Did I say?
Fair
I didn't
enough.
say that out loud, did I?
spice everywhere.
Just a little bit. Just a
Kaboom.
smidge.
All right. Hodgepodge is our last category.
Hodgepodge.
This quote unquote African American has a Bachelor of Arts degree and a Bachelor of Science degree in economics from Wharton School, both achieved in 1995. He was accepted to Stanford's PhD program but never finished. This quote unquote African American has a set of triplets and 2 sets of twins.
Whoa.
Name this figure.
Locked in.
Baffled by the use
Quote,
of
unquote.
quotes in this. This quote hard question end quote is really quote baffling me.
End quote.
Figure. It's interesting you said figure at the end too. What,
I'm locked in.
what are
You should read a
doing
lot
with
into
this?
that.
Person.
I'm locked in.
I
Triplets
got
and 2
nothing.
sets of twins. Quote unquote African
I'll give you
American.
I'll give you an easy mode. And it
Yes,
says somewhat of a-
please.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
I'll
You're not
take
gonna get it.
your easy mode.
I'm already locked in.
I'm
Of course
Yes,
you
yes.
are, Neil. You don't
I don't
even
know
have to
what's
tell us
wrong
you're
with you
locked in.
guys.
You had the right answer, and you like 5 words into the question.
Actually,
please,
I got it
the right
after the
answer.
quote unquotes. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's what tipped me off.
Yeah.
All right. Name this controversial person.
That's the easy mode?
What the hell?
Yes, it is. That's
What
a
an
very easy
actual-
mode.
What is it about easy mode that you don't get?
Did somebody break a glass? What was that?
I haven't had a very easy mode, and I had to get one in, and that was it.
Figure.
I figured out the controversial
You
part
ne-
with the
I
goddamn
broke my
quote marks.
pen.
Neil, tell him that was a good clue, wasn't it? Work with me.
I mean, honestly, I thought that the quote unquote African American was a good clue.
There you
What
go.
the actual?
I had to go to my backup pen. I was so mad.
But yeah,
You
I
had to
mean,
break glass.
I think your easy mode is accurate.
There you
It's
go.
very accurate.
1995.
Thank you. I feel justified.
Triplets, 2 sets of twins.
Yeah, that's not going to get you anywhere, Devo.
I know. I'm just reworking. I'm working my way back uphill.
And as I say, we do have one correct theme answer.
Huh?
Somebody answered the theme correctly.
Yes.
Fiddle faddle. What is happening?
If only could make a deal with good. Can we swap our places? Running up that road, running up that hill.
All right, I'm just going to answer Kate Bush now. I'm done.
I mean, that was your fault. You said
I know.
run
I know.
up that hill.
I'm locked in.
I'm like that.
All right. Let's go to Davo. What did you say?
Kate Bush.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, Andy, what did you say?
I can't get past the quotes, so I'm thinking maybe Sammy Sosa.
From the Dominican Republic.
Whoa.
It's the only thing I come up with.
So Sammy has a PhD or was accepted to the
that.
PhD program at Stanford.
He has a PhD in slamming. is what he's got. Slamming Sammy Sofa. That's what he's got his PhD in.
Wharton apparently gives degrees to anybody.
He's got his doctorate in how to use a corked bat.
His undergraduate was engineering.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. It's a project.
Well, Kels, what did you say?
Elon Musk.
Fart sandwich.
Oh.
And Neil,
Yeah, it's
what did
Elon
you
Musk.
say? It is Elon Musk.
Okay,
He
I
was
got it.
born-
See, I knew he was. Yeah, I knew where you were going. He was born in Africa, but he's a naturalized American. Blah 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 blah. I get that.
Oh.
Blah, 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 blah. Thank you.
Oh.
Well, if you're ready, let's try another hodgepodge question.
Yeah, can't wait.
This term was first coined in 2009 when Fiona Bume first created a website to detail her observance of a phenomenon at a conference while she was talking with others and remembered the tragedy of someone's death. Many others stated they remembered the exact same event, all of which did not occur.
Locked in.
What is the
Locked
name
in.
of this phenomenon?
Oh, yeah. Crap.
Winning up that
Then the guy that locked in. No, you were too late.
Dang it! Too slow.
It was raining men, Andy.
All right, let's go with Andy. What'd you say?
The Mandela effect.
Neil
Mandela effect.
and Kels
Mandela effect.
and Davo.
The Mandela effect.
That is correct. And it was the assumption that Mandela had died in prison in 1980. And they all seem to remember it. And of course, it did not happen. And so we have 3 submissions on the guesses for the clue for the theme. Let's go to question number 3 on Hodgepodge. Welsh rarebit, or rabbit as it's sometimes pronounced for the less cultured, is a food made up of what 2 items? Primarily 2 items.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Welsh rabbit.
And I'll even give you an easy mode without being an easy mode. It doesn't contain any rabbit.
I'm just figuring that much.
And I'll even give you an easy mode if you'd like it.
No.
And it's not a very easy mode.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right. Andy, what'd you think it is?
I'm sorry. I was in the middle of a sneeze there. Lamb and potatoes.
Lamb and potatoes. And Kels, what'd you say?
I say cabbage and potatoes.
And Neil, what did you say?
It's cheesy toast.
It's
And
cheesy toast.
Davo, what do you
Cheese
say?
and cheese and bread with melted cheese on toast.
It is hot cheese-based sauce served over slices of toasted bread. That is correct.
Do you happen to know why it's called Welsh rabbit?
No, please educate us.
Well, I'm not sure if I'm correct. I've heard this somewhere, but I don't know if it's precisely true. I had heard it was called Welsh rabbit as kind of a slur, because you could serve it to a Welshman and tell them it's rabbit, and they'll be happy to have rabbit. That kind of thing.
Uh-huh. If we didn't have any Welsh listeners, we certainly lost them on that one.
Well, this is centuries old. It's not like it's
Oh,
a new food.
You're not breaking news.
We're just insulting
this is
old Welsh people.
Old Welsh people.
Last question in the hodgepodge. If you combined the middle names of John Lennon and Charlie Chaplin and the name of a racetrack, whose name would you have?
The name of a racetrack.
Locked in with a guess.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
I had to work backwards.
Me too.
I'll lock in.
All right. Well, let's start off with Neil.
Now Ray Guy comes in for his first punt of the day.
Whoa!
There's a high high
What?
twisting hang time spiral.
I don't know what it
That was
is.
the equivalent of kneeling on the ball. I mean, he's got
It
the
really
lead.
was.
He's
Yeah,
not
I
running
don't
up
wanna-
the score.
He just ran it up the
Yeah.
middle. Just run up the middle.
Kels, what did you guess?
So I was thinking about tracks, and the last one to pop in my head was Churchill. I know no one's middle name, so I'm just gonna go with Winston Churchill.
Okay. David, what'd you say?
I was walking right next to Kells on that logic path. I thought of the names of racetracks first and got to Churchill Downs. It's like, hey, Winston Churchill, sure.
Okay. And Andy, what'd you say?
Yeah, completely different direction. I started off with Lenin, whose middle name is Winston, and worked from there and came up with Winston Churchill.
Winston Spencer Churchill is correct.
Nice.
All right. And we have 3 guesses. The only one who has not guessed the theme is Kels. You want to take a shot at it, Kels?
It's me.
Of course it is. Yeah, I still got nothing.
Okay.
I can't help you.
Andy, you got it correct. You want to tell us
What?
what the connection of all of them were?
Wait, what is it?
Well, first off, I could not possibly explain all the clues. I totally guess it's the British Empire,
That
What?
makes more sense than my answer.
but I
Well,
couldn't possibly name every clue. But
Well,
I
wait,
just
wait,
saw a lot of things that worked with the British Empire.
So mine is not precise enough.
Correct.
Right,
'cause
Mary?
What is yours?
you said Great Britain.
I had it.
The fuse of a grenade there for a
Maybe you're not a
heartbeat.
gin drinker.
And some people have called me a salty dog.
That was harsh. Jeez.
I had it.
You were
And
close.
let me go through the obsequious connection here. All right.
Okay.
So Stephen Hawking, Tim Berners-Lee, Edmund Halley, and Edward Jenner are
Oxford.
all knighted. They were
Oh,
all
yeah, okay,
sirs. All right.
Sirs.
Paul Hogan, okay, Australian. Last King of Scotland, okay. Joan Collins was born in Britain. She was named a dame, so she is British. And Rihanna, Barbados. All right,
Which for a long time was
military
under
career.
all
British.
part of the British Empire. Alexandria Lighthouse, Egypt. Mediterranean Sea, the Suez Canal was controlled for almost 100 years by the British. Or
De Beers.
80 years. De Beers, South Africa, and Edmund Hillary, New Zealand, all British territories. St. Helena was the second oldest overseas territory after Bermuda as a British territory. Tuvalu, also British territory. Hong Kong, British territory. Pitcairn Islands, British territory. Cricket, India and Pakistan, both British. South Africa, Oscar Pistorius, Roger Bannister, and of course the 100 Guinea Cup was both England and the United States competing, and obviously former British colony. Elon Musk, South Africa, Mandela, Welsh, and John Lennon, Charlie Chaplin, and Winston Spencer Churchill, all part of the British Empire. So there you go. The connection.
So bad right now.
Great job, Andy.
Good work, Andy.
I totally random guess. I didn't really think too much about. It just sort of came to me as I was scanning the answers, and I thought I'm not going to come up with anything better.
Well,
You don't
It was-
have to, and it's right.
Yeah, shocked.
On the nose.
so Neil, tell us what that score is, given Andy's wonderful deduction of my perhaps difficult questions.
Andy has 135, Davo 150, Kells 180, and I have 210.
So it is Almost anyone's game.
God.
Except mine.
210.
Well, Andy, you could actually win if
Neil
Neil
gets nothing.
bounds right away.
If Haley's Comet returned early and hit Missouri, I could win.
just Neil. You don't even need to hit the whole state. Just hit Neil.
Just Neil's house. Just like
Neil's
the
house.
mark
Still
on
gotta-
Andy's front. You still have to answer 3 right.
I was about to say, you still got to get through.
And by the way, remember, it's not a house; it's a compound.
You're right. You're right. I stand corrected.
That's right.
In 1957, Laika became the first animal to orbit Earth. What kind of animal was Laika?
What is the only team in the Big Four North American sports leagues which shares its name with one of the Avengers?
And here's one more question for you. Are you the type of person who enjoys playing trivia games, learning new things, and having a bit of fun along the way?
If you are, or if you just want to find out the answers to those other questions, then our podcast, Quiz and Hers, might be right up your alley.
Each week, one of us writes new trivia questions for the other person, covering everything from science to history to pop culture to sports.
And every question in a game relates to some theme, like Game of Thrones,
Internet memes,
sandwiches,
or animals in space.
Some of the themes make more sense than others.
So if you like trivia, learning, or real couples testing each other's knowledge and patience, check out our podcast, Quiz and Hers, part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network.
Quiz and Hers, the trivia podcast where we test each other's knowledge and the strength of our relationship.
Well, if you're ready for the sudden death,
Yep.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, yeah.
We are
What time is
definitely
it?
ready and have everything all queued up that we need to have queued up. I just haven't hit the button yet.
all right.
Sudden death.
Yeah.
Very easy mode style.
Professional podcaster.
We will start it off easy. Just
I can't use this pin. It's when I broke in rage. Let me find another pin. All right, here we go.
That's what the Patreon dollars are going for.
My pins.
You have to keep buying pens for Davo.
All right. Question 1. Bond. James Bond. What agency does he work for?
Locked in.
Locked in.
I'll lock in.
Andy?
Hold on.
Oh, Andy. Come
Oh,
on.
I got it. For some reason, remember Smoosh? That's all I could think of.
Wow.
Why?
I don't know. Was that from Russia with Love? I think it was. Like the dumbest name for a spy agency.
It was before it was pre-Spectre. Yeah. Smersh.
That'll strike fear into the viewers. Let's go with Smoosh.
And Mr. Smoosh, what did you say?
MI6.
And Kels?
MI6.
Neil?
Well, I feel like I dodged a bullet with MI6 because if I've ever seen a James Bond movie, it's probably been 40 years.
Goodness.
Wow.
It made some sense then.
Yeah. And Dave, what did you say?
MI6.
That is correct. So when I was at basic training in the military, I was friends with a guy. His name was Jesse James Bond. Is that not a great name?
How he
Good
didn't
Lord.
become a professional wrestler is beyond me.
Solid.
Hell yeah.
Gentleman.
You know, anybody can become a wrestler and just change their name, right?
Mm,
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Oh, that
Yeah.
changes everything.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan,
yeah.
not his real name.
Huh.
It's not The Rock.
Yeah,
Not
It's
even
always
his middle
imagined a
name.
mailbox T period rock.
Andy, what would your wrestling name be?
Easily defeated.
Easily
Crushed by a chair.
Crushed by a chair.
Yeah, you're throwing out names like you're writing a Dear Abby.
I just can't seem to win a fatal 4-way. Signed, Smashed by a chair.
Crushed by a leg drop.
Super kicked in Salisaw.
Pinned in Poughkeepsie.
Pinned in Poughkeepsie.
Thank you, Mr. Shermer, Illinois. Well, question number 2 in that sudden death, which has gotten sidetracked. What former British protectorate was Farrokh Bulsara, better known as Freddie Mercury? Where was he born? What country?
Oh,
Ooh,
This is another one.
Locked in.
Locked in.
locked in.
Okay. Andy, I'm sure you know it. What did you say?
Tanzania.
And Davo
Zanzibar.
and Neil
It's Zanzibar.
What?
and Kels.
Zanzibar.
It is Zanzibar.
Why did I think Tanzania?
Well, Zanzibar is part of Tanzania now when it joined, but
Oh, son of a mother.
We got plenty in the pen budget, boy. Let it go. Let him have it.
hey, any of you guys know what the capital of Zanzibar is?
No.
No.
It's Zanzibar City.
Zanzibar.
Oh.
I was gonna say it's probably
Classy.
Zanzibar. Zanzibar City.
I'm going to hang out over here and watch
City.
TikTok videos while you guys play your little game.
All right. Well, Andy, you would know this one. What war was called in U.S. papers as the Empire Strikes Back in 1982? What 2 countries went to war? The Empire Strikes Back.
Locked in.
Locked in.
I don't have this one. I'm going to lock in.
All right. Well, what did you say, Davo?
This was the Falklands War, where
Okay.
where the nation of Argentina invaded the Falkland Islands, which was a British protectorate. So Great Britain and Argentina.
Uh-huh. And Neil, did you say the same thing?
I said the Falklands. Were you asking for the countries?
No, that's good. You got it. Okay. And Kels, what'd you say?
I said England and Ireland.
It was, in fact, the Falkland Island War. So, Davo, it's up to you here. You're going to take...
Real quick, Neil. Real quick.
Yep.
What is my point total?
Well, including the ones that you've gotten so far, 180.
180. What's yours?
240.
Okay.
Goodness
I have
gracious.
a puncher's chance. Maybe.
What do you have, Davo?
180.
So what you're
So if
telling me
Neil
is you
get-
got a chance.
You got a
If,
chance.
basically, if Neil gets this question right, I have no chance.
Sounds about right.
Hank VIII, or as the Americans call him, or Henry VIII, as the British
The
call
British
him,
called him that too.
yep, had 6 wives.
No.
In what way? Here, it's easier than you think. In what way did they meet their demise? And in what order?
Oh.
In other words,
In what order?
you should know it. It's actually easy
Seriously?
if you know. Yeah, serious. Well, I don't mean the order in terms of who they were, just how they were, how they met their demise. There's a great way to remember it.
Well, if I knew that before the question, that would be awesome. But I'm just going to bow out now because I haven't the slightest idea.
I'm going to bow out now as well. I can only think of beheading. So I'm out.
Is that so? You need to know the order in which they died.
I thought this was easy. I'm sorry. So what the answer is: divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. So now you can always remember: divorced, beheaded, died.
Divorced,
Divorced,
beheaded.
beheaded, survived.
Survive.
Oh,
Okay.
So there you go. Now you know. All right. Are you ready for a few more here? Because apparently, Neil, you are the victor.
Apparently, but I don't feel great about it.
All right.
What are the final scores?
Andy has 145 points. Davo 180, Kel's 200, and I had a mere 240.
All right. Well, if you want, I can read the rest of the questions I had.
Absolutely.
In 2022, just in time for the holidays, the Hormel Company decided to make what version of Spam, which touts the flavor of cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, allspice, and cloves?
Pumpkin spice flavored Spam?
Goodness gracious.
Wow. Sure.
I will
That's what we're
give you a
going with.
clue. Now, hold on. Remember
Is that not right?
the theme. Remember the theme.
Okay.
Fruitcake.
Welsh rabbit?
Hard mode Spam?
It's featured
Eggnog.
in a
Eggnog?
Christmas song.
Eggnog?
No.
Figgy pudding.
Figgy pudding is correct.
Wow.
No, that was a joke.
That's
can't possibly be right.
Pudding.
Wow.
Bring us some figgy pudding. So bring
Spam.
us some figgy pudding.
Spam.
Figgy pudding.
Spam.
That's horror. That's a horror show.
Yeah.
It is.
But I might try it with my milk and Pepsi next week on Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast.
I'll be sick that day.
Yeah, you
I'm going to be
should.
sick later that day.
Yes.
All right. Next question. Biggest city in England after London. Pinky
Birmingham.
Blinders is set in this English city.
Birmingham.
Name it.
I was going to say
It
Birmingham.
is Birmingham. Population-wise, India was the largest British colony. 5 points each. What is the name of the next two largest colonies that were occupied by Britain?
Australia and Canada.
Ah, excellent.
No.
Great.
Obviously, the United States would be up there, but I'm not looking for that. So other than that, Pakistan and Nigeria.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that checks.
All right.
I
What
gotta
war
write
did the
Nigeria on
English...
my post-it notes.
It is the answer to a lot of
Yeah,
African questions.
it is. It does
During
exist.
what war did the English kings conquer land areas of France?
War of the Roses? No.
The 100 Years War.
100-Year War.
100 years
Yeah.
war.
100,
That's 100 years
100
war.
Years War. Okay. What Canadian province was the first English overseas colony in 1583?
New South Wales?
Prince Edward
No, wait,
Island.
that's not
That's
Canada.
Australia.
It
Newfoundland.
was
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Very good.
Newfoundland and Labrador.
Yes. All right. What English actor, played in both Twilight and Harry Potter?
Pattinson.
Pattinson. Robert
That
Pattinson.
is
Oh.
correct.
Would not have gotten that.
He was a
Robert Pattinson.
Hufflepuff.
Diggory. He was Diggory, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last one. In what country was J.R.R. Tolkien born?
No, it wasn't South Africa. It was someplace else in Africa.
It was South Africa.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
Well,
Well done, Neil.
Well, I said it
All
wasn't
right.
South Africa. I actually
But
got
you-
it wrong. I was thinking it was
But you-
another one of
you
the
were in the
countries nearby
neighborhood.
there, but
All right.
I was thinking about what countries were on Earth when you came
Yeah,
up, so
I
you
was
kind of
still-
narrowed it down.
I was looking at Google Earth in the completely wrong direction in my brain.
I was doing elimination. Like, I know it's not Antarctica. I know it's not Texas.
We
And
can
it's going to
rule
take me a while
out
to get to South
Arkansas.
Africa.
Let's,
I
And
read
Missouri.
I read a biography of his a few times.
Oh, yeah.
It was really interesting.
And I actually have one more. The
What?
Queen, and Andy, this is the time when you can chime in.
No.
No.
Nope.
No, it can't.
Too soon.
It
Whatever it
cannot.
is, it's too soon.
Too soon. We've been recording for 9 hours. Oh, you mean the other? Okay.
Yeah.
Had 14 generations of what dog? Be specific.
Corgi.
Corgi?
Yeah.
Welsh
Welsh
Corgi.
Corgi.
Welsh
Oh.
Corgi.
Welsh corgis.
And there you have the theme of the British Empire. And sorry for the 9 hours there, Andy. You know,
no, it's not. It's not your fault. We you have the same amount of questions as we have every week. We hijack it.
We go off on tangents. We go off on tangents,
but they're good tangents.
Thank you.
Some are.
Yeah, sometimes.
hey.
A lot of tangents on the floor when we're done editing. Because we transferred the digital files to analog tape, and that's how we edit the show.
Analog tape.
Because I don't know how
Real
podcasts
to real.
work.
Well, thank you very much, Barry, for an excellent quiz. A very challenging mystery theme, but excellent nonetheless.
Well, I am glad that somebody actually got it, and Dave-O, you were close. So you were close. And I was just going to say that Patreon, if you're not a Patreon supporter, I would highly encourage listeners to go to the Patreon, and you know that's on the wireless, and you can support these guys because they do a great job. There you go.
Well, thank you, Barry.
Thank you.
You're embarrassing me.
So, from all of us here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast, this is your MC Davo with Kells.
Hanging on in quiet desperation is the English way.
Andy.
So long, ladle brainers. God save the king.
Barry.
Well, I saw a great meme, and this was shortly after the Queen died, and it said a 73-year-old man gets his first job, and it was a picture of Charles.
And the Sensei Neil.
When Britain first, at heaven's command, arose from out the azure main, arose from out the azure main, this was the charter of the land, and guardian angels sang this strain: Rule Britannia, Britannia, rule the waves, Britons never, never, shall be slaves.
Nice.
Rule
Signing
Britannia.
off.
Hello, ladlers. We here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast are thrilled to announce that we have merch, t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, mouse pads, a bottle of Crystal Pepsi, and a 1986 Buick Regal sitting on what the kids would say, dubs. I mean, the works. Go to brainladleshop.com and give our beautiful new shop a once-over. Show your love of trivia and help support the show by locking in on your favorite swag. And remember our sales motto: if you want it, we got it. If we ain't got it, we're going to get it. So you better get it while the getting's good.
Oh,
Thank you, Neil.
Die.
Hello. And welcome to your bonus content, you wonderful patrons.
This is a regular episode.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was so lost. I was like, damn, I wrote too many numbers on this paper.
Yeah, I grew a lot. Okay.
I was excited there for a minute because I've got like a busy night. Like, oh, hot damn, it's just a Patreon night. I'm going to get out of here in 40 minutes.
Sorry, y'all. Straight. Here we go. Take two.
Yeah, take two in the biz.
Take two. Now I'm all discombobulated. Need a sip of this.
Give yourself a give yourself a libation. Mm-hmm. Lubricate the vocal cords and figure out where you're at.
Oh man, it's going to be one of those nights.
Now I'm just worried that he's going to do the intro all over again, except it's going to be for his D&D night.
Yeah. Hello.
Welcome, fellow travelers.
Oh, you guys. Here we go. Take three.
Let's go.
So question number 2 in science. He is a professor fellow.
Hold on. Oh my God.
What happened?
Oh, so question number 2. you landed so hard in Minnesota right there, Barry. It just threw you for a loop. I'm so sorry.
What are you talking about, Derek?
What are you talking about? It's time for question number 2.
Honest to God, I didn't sound like that.
Oh, just a little. Okay, I'm sorry. That just hit me right in the brain. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh,
gosh. All right. Number 2.
Welcome to Hell, Blofeld.
what?
What was that thing? You ran out of words.
It was like the shortest Sean Connery impression ever.
I was looking at the brevity is how good impression works. I was looking at the question, the answers to the quiz, and trying to figure out a theme. And yep.
Oh, there's nothing there for you. It's because there's a lot of things in common with Stephen Hawking's The Last King of Scotland and Joan Collins. Those are 3 things that are easily married together.
And Rihanna. Don't forget Rihanna.
Don't forget.
All right, I have to cross out my bad. That's right. Thank you for reminding me to cross out
we just
my
got a new
wrong answer.
patron.
Yay!
We keep getting patrons in the middle of shows.
Well, they've tuned into the radios and they're listening and they like us.
And Andy, we've tried to explain it. That's not how this works.
Still don't understand how podcasts work.
It's on the wireless, as I recall. Right, Andy?
What's that?
It's on the wireless, you know.
Right, yeah. You get your crystals there and your radio and you tune us in.
There you go.
On your crystals in your radio?
I don't know.
What are you using? Are you at the Fortress of Solitude?
Yeah. With this crystal, Jarrell.
Was she wasn't she like a Marine or something?
That was in
if you watched Battleship. She was...
No, but I know, but wasn't she genuinely in the armed services at some point?
Not that I know of, but I don't know if she's real.
I mean, I don't think she was in the U.S. Marines because she's not American, if I recall correctly.
No,
she's Barbadian.
Famously not.
What am I mixing her up with then?
Battleship.
With aliens.
I didn't think that was real, Kels.
Then why did you think that she was a Marine?
I don't know why I have this idea that she actually...
She looks good in camis. It's okay.
She looks good in camo. There's no getting around that. Hold on here.
What are you doing,
Are you looking up Rihanna and camo?
I'm doing it. I'm looking it up right now.
Doing a little research.
What up?
Rihanna and camo
was in the Marines.
Yeah.
No, it turns out she's been a musician her whole life. All right, never mind.
It turns out she was on SEAL Team 6.
Well, it's been kind of kept in the down low because she was a Navy SEAL. That's what I'm thinking of.
Right. Yeah.
I guess. Inside information.
The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.
Sure, come get this baby.